All right, well, good late morning, about to be early afternoon, everybody. It is going to be a long day here in the Mid-South. We are on the air right now because a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Crittenden County. This line is moving east. I'm here with meteorologist Chelsea Chandler, and we're here with you guys, and we're going to be here all day. And we have a very serious situation going on in the Mid-South. Now, currently, let me show you the warning that is in place right now, and it's this flashing box in Crittenden County. Now, the reason that we're on the air right now is because this is going to be moving through Shelby County, and folks, these cells are only going to be getting stronger as the day goes along. So we've already got some indications of gusty winds. I was looking earlier, we had wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour in parts of Arkansas. Now, these cells folks are racing fast, as a matter of fact. This one is moving to the northeast at about 55 miles per hour. So let me track that out, because like I said, they're moving pretty quick. So I'm gonna track that out, about 55 miles per hour. Here you go. Here are the towns in the path of this track. West Memphis at 1222, Sunset at 1223. Right now, folks, the main threats are damaging winds. Southland Park, people know it as the track, 1224. Clarkdale, 1226. Mud Island, 1230. So we're giving you a heads up for the metro area. You guys in downtown Memphis and Mud Island, it's not going to be long before that gets to you. And look at this, we're talking Bartlett and CBHS High School within the hour. So we're on the air giving you a heads up, a lead time, if you will, because these storms do have a history of high winds. Now, we don't have any reports of damage, but something Chelsea and I have been talking about over the last couple of days is the fact that the ground is so saturated, it is not going to take much wind to bring down trees. And when those trees fall, people are going to lose power. These trees yesterday were coming down to Mississippi with winds of 15 to 20 miles per hour. Today, we're talking about winds that are going to be sustained around 25 and gusting over 40. All right, so the trees are coming down, and there will be power outages. That's why we are on the air right now. We want to give you a heads up, lead time, if you will, because this is going to be a serious situation. Another problem is there is sunshine in North Mississippi. That is not good. That really concerns me because once that gets into Mississippi, it is going to tap into some energy since the sun was out. And I'm telling you, it's going to be bad. It could be really bad. And I don't say that a lot. We don't say this a lot because we're not alarmist here at Local 24. That is not what we stand for. But when there is a serious threat, we're going to be on the air and we're going to be telling you about it. And this is serious. Also, the lightning, we've been watching that. That has been ticking up over the last hour or so. Actually, the last couple of hours, and here we are just at noon. So it's only going to get worse as we continue to heat up, even though right now we are not finding any rotation. I'm about to look for that, though. Because there will be at some point. This is a damaging wind event at the moment. And that's good because I am looking at the velocity. And the green is winds that are coming toward the radar. The red is, those are winds that are going away from the radar. So everything is coming toward the radar right now. That's good because I don't see any shear in here, not yet. But that will be changing as well. So let's take a look at some of these wind speeds. Look at that, 56 miles per hour, almost 60 miles per hour in here. Folks, I'm telling you, this is going to bring down trees. You need to think about right now your plan of action because there are going to be massive power outages. So you need to charge up your phones. You need to communicate with your family. This is not a good day to be outside. It's really a good day to be inside. You need to think about what you're going to do if a tornado warning is issued, because there will be tornado warnings issued as things continue to destabilize throughout the early afternoon. Things are definitely going to get worse before they get better. And not just is damaging wind a threat, I'll tell you another threat we have, and that is the fact that there is going to be additional flooding across the area. Okay, so here's right now, this is the leading edge of the squall line that is moving east. east. Well, the individual cells are moving northeast, but the squall line is going to be moving east throughout the day. Now, another thing I don't want to see is any development out ahead of the main line in North Mississippi. If we start to see development here, what you're going to have is what we call discrete supercells that develop out ahead of the main line. And if that happens, we could see long track tornadoes that can be damaging to property and, more important, life. So you've got to know what you're going to do. You've got to have a plan in place. If a tornado warning is issued, first floor, away from windows. And another thing I'll tell you is go ahead and have something to prepare to cover your head, because most tornado injuries are from head injuries. And a bicycle helmet, football helmet, hey, whatever you got. Thick pillow, even a mattress, in the interior room, in a bathroom, under a stairwell. Obviously, storm shelters are the absolute best place to be. But I'm going to say this now. If you live in a mobile home in North Mississippi, if you can get to a sturdy shelter, you have time. There is time. That's why we're on the air. We want to give everybody a lead time because this is such a serious situation. Nothing rotating right now. And Chelsea, interrupt me at any second if you see anything. There's nothing rotating that I see right now. That is a good thing. We do not want to see, but it's going to happen. So it's all green, so that's good, okay? All green is good. Well, the bright green is not good because that's really fast winds. But right now, it is all green. That means winds are not twisting and turning around, at least not yet anyway, but they will as this line gets closer. All right, let me reset this, and I'm going to put a new track on it for you. Okay. Switch what? Okay, let's do that.
We can get him switched back to weather 1.
Yeah, let's go back to weather 1. We're going to go back to weather 1. We've got 2 sources that we'll be using today. And so we're back to weather 1. Here is the severe thunderstorm warning, again, for Crittenden County, at least the western part of Crittenden County. It looks like St. Francis County and Cross County. This warning goes until 12:30. So we have time in the metro area, but these winds are really, really starting to pick up. We're seeing that in the radar, as a matter of fact. We're seeing winds that are already up to 55 and 60 miles per hour. So it's going to be a long day. It is going to be a very long day. And let me get that. Let me get that other clicker. It's going to be a long day. And like I said, that's why we're on the air now, so we can give you a heads up. Because if you've got time and know what to do, you're going to be okay. Also, I'm just telling you, this system's got everything. Flooding is another thing. If you come to a road that is covered with water, do not try to cross it. As a matter of fact, I was coming in yesterday to work, and Farm Road through Shelby Farms was almost covered with water. And it wasn't totally covered, so I went past it, but it was about to be covered, and when it's covered, you need to turn around. I was thinking about that in my head, but it still wasn't totally covered. But it doesn't matter. You never need to cross a road that is covered with water. All right, I'm going to put a new storm track on this for you because it's moving to the northeast, like I said, at about 55 miles per hour. This is a severe thunderstorm warning, not a tornado warning, again, for Crittenden County. And here are some of the towns that are involved. Earle, Arkansas, 1227, Sunset at 1241, Gilmore at 1244, Turrell at 1244. Millington, it could be affecting you by 1 o'clock. So that is the cell right there. By the way, here is Memphis. This is downtown Memphis right here, and I can illustrate that for you. Downtown Memphis is right in here, and there's South Haven. You see Germantown. So that cell is probably going to go north of Germantown and South Haven, but this whole line is advancing east. The individual cells are moving northeast, but the entire line is moving east. So as you can see, it is not going to miss It's not going to miss Memphis, and like I said, that's why we're on the air. You can see about 64 strikes of lightning at the moment. There's your storm track right now. This is a damaging wind threat, but I'm going to tell you that as we get closer to the afternoon hours and peak heating, it is going to turn into a tornado threat. Where it could be strong tornadoes, the ones that track over many, many miles and hold themselves together for hours. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but several years ago, if you remember in Marshall County, we had that bad tornado. I believe it was it's been about 3 years. It was back in Christmas, right before Christmas. But this could be, it could be a situation like that. So I'm not saying it will be, but I just need to make sure that everybody is paying attention. Because this is a severe weather event. And as a matter of fact, we're already having these warnings popping up. That was about 15 minutes or so ago. So this severe thunderstorm warning here goes until 12:30. Now, there is no doubt in my mind that they are not going to extend this east. They will likely extend this severe thunderstorm warning east, and that will include Memphis, and it will include the metro area and West Memphis. So that's what's going to happen. They're going to extend that warning. I mean, I would be surprised if they didn't. Let's go back to our radar products and take a look again at the wind speeds. So I'm going to turn on the velocity, and what we can do is we can query this, and I can show you how fast these winds are moving. Look at that, 60 miles per hour. Now, some of that may be just above the surface. So if that's not at the surface, and it probably is not right now, but it can be translated down to the surface, and this is when we're going to start to see power outages. As these winds here, these strong winds, once they start to push east, which they will, you're going to start seeing power outages. And like the Weather Service talked about yesterday, some of these power outages may be prolonged. So we're talking days. So you need to think about what you're going to do with your food in the refrigerator, all that kind of stuff. This is a weather alert day for sure, and one not to mess around with, and we certainly have it. We have been staffing the weather office all night. We've been watching this threat for days, many days now. And the good news is there is not rapid development here. And I think one of the reasons is because there's been plenty of cloud cover and rain. But the problem is over North Mississippi, folks, there's sunshine. Maybe not right now, but earlier there was. I know there was around Starkville, Batesville, and Panola County, there was sunshine. And why am I talking about that? Because that adds instability to the atmosphere. The sunshine only makes it worse. The wind dynamics are there for everybody, okay? So the wind dynamics are already in place for an outbreak situation. Now, let me show you something else. See, that's moving northeast at about 56 miles per hour. We have what is called a Barron tornado indicator. It's a tornado indicator. The scale goes from 0 to 10, with 0 being the lowest threat and 10 being the highest threat. Right now, it's at a 2.8. So it's pretty low. But these numbers are going up. And that's one that we'll be watching throughout the day, that tornado indicator, because it is likely going to be going up over a 5. And when it gets up to about a 4 or a 5, that's when rotation can start to make it to ground level, and you can have a tornado on the ground. So we're going to be watching that number throughout the day. These cells, individual cells, moving to the northeast at about 55 miles per hour, and they will be getting close to the Mississippi River. Well, they already are soon. Another thing we've been talking about for days is the timing of these storms. It is playing out like we thought it would. East Arkansas, 10 to noon. And then the metro area, 12 to 2, something like that. And then for West Tennessee, a good bit of eastern West Tennessee, 3 to 6, Corinth, 4 to 6, maybe 7. And I think all this is out of the area by 7 o'clock, at the latest 8. So that's what's going on right now. In other words, we're getting you ready for severe weather. that will be moving through the area. And our entire storm team today is here. We've got the newest member, which will be here a little bit later on, meteorologist Ed Eccles. We've all been staffing the weather office for 2 days now. So we're letting him go home, get some rest. Chelsea and I got a little bit of rest, and we're ready to go. And we're going to be here with you through the entire event because this is going to be an event. Another thing to think about, if you've got your laptops charged up and you lose power, you can watch us on localmemphis.com. You can stream that. That's why we say charge your phones and batteries up. You can stream us online, and we'll get you through the storm that way. So make sure everything is charged up because the power outages will begin. I know they're going to begin once this line starts crossing the Mississippi River because it's just not going to take much, especially, and I've lived there in the Midtown area. I've lived in several parts of this city, and the Midtown area, if you live there, you lose power quickly, and it doesn't take much. So think about that now. Think about that now. And if you live in Northeast Mississippi or North Mississippi, think about now, if you live in a trailer home, a mobile home, think about going to a sturdy shelter. You have time. It's not going to be over your area for at least a couple hours unless an individual discrete supercell develops, and that's quite possible with all the sunshine I was seeing earlier. So you guys need to make sure that you get to a place of safety, okay? A place of safety. Let me click off this skit here and take that information off because it can be a lot of information at one time, so we don't want to confuse you. But here's the box where the warning is right now. Notice it does not include Memphis, okay? This flashing yellow box is where the warning is right now. And so that's why we're here on the air now. And it's moving east. Now, like I said, these individual cells are moving northeast, but the entire line will be pushing east. So it is not going to miss Memphis. Now, I am only seeing 19 strikes of lightning. And like I said, I suspect that is because the air is more stable in East Arkansas than it is in North Mississippi. I'm afraid when they get to North Mississippi and part of West Tennessee, they're going to really intensify rapidly. The line will, unless an individual storm develops out ahead of this main line, which we call discrete supercells, and those are the ones that can put down long track, strong tornadoes, EF3 or higher. The scale goes from 0 to 5. So we could have an EF3 tornado today in parts of West Tennessee, in parts of North Mississippi, a very serious situation. That's why we're giving you this heads up, this lead time, and we're likely going to be on the air for hours because we're just getting started. There's no reason for me to believe that the warnings are going to lessen up. I don't see that happening. I see more being issued. So that's the setup. Chelsea, what about the risk map? Do we have that, the SPC?
Yeah, I can
Moderate,
get that pulled up, but on the other computer. What I first have pulled up, if you just want to go to Weather 2,
yeah.
I do have the wind advisory map that's already up. I pulled that up because John was mentioning how we are talking about incredibly saturated grounds. There's some areas that have already seen 9 to 12 inches of rain over this week alone, and we've already seen trees coming down. So if you are ahead of this line, you still have time to get out, secure anything you don't want to have to chase down. Again, that would be really anything, but we are talking about big winds with this storm system, so that is a concern. You can see when I just clicked that off, we also have all the flooding concerns as well. So I'm going to get this SPC map pulled up for you just a moment. We are continuing to see this is intensified, as you can see, over the past several hours. They've bumped up, especially the eastern portion of our area, to that moderate risk. So that's a 4 out of 5. We had originally, this came out as a 3 out of 5, so you knew this was going to be a serious situation. And now, as John has been mentioning, seeing that instability, seeing that sunshine in North Mississippi especially, that's where that concern lies. So when they don't often put us at a moderate risk. So being able to see that and it's still being holding true as we head through the rest of the day, that just shows you the seriousness of this matter. So again, that's why we're on air right now, as this line is getting closer to the area, to give you time to prepare as it does get closer to the area. So right now I don't have any major reports of any kind of damage. I don't have any power outages yet. I do have all of that up. I'm keeping a close watch on any kind of reports out of Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, from MLGW as well, but nothing yet. But that is where my focus will be while John continues to track it. So I'll let you get back to it, John.
All right. Thanks a lot, Chelsea. And so we wanted to show you the risk map. The risk is highest in North Mississippi, where Chelsea just showed you, in this area right here. It also extends up into part of West Tennessee. This flashing box, if you're just joining us, is a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued by the National Weather Service. It goes until 12:30, so we've got another 10 minutes or so to go of this warning right here. Now, this is moving to the northeast, like I said, at about 55 miles per hour. So on that track, here you go. These are the towns that are going to be in the path. Crawfordsville at 12:32, Sunset, Arkansas, 12:37, West Memphis at 12:37. Let's go on down the list. Go ahead, Chelsea. Yeah.
We have this is a brand new severe thunderstorm warning to our north, the northern part of the line, Dyer County, Lauderdale, Tipton, and Mississippi County, Arkansas. On top of that, you have a flash flood warning that was just issued for Craighead, Cross, Mississippi, and Poinsett County. So these are continuing to intensify the more it tracks east. So that's just a little bit further north of the line that you're tracking right now.
Okay, and as a matter of fact, we'll take a look at that with that brand new information. Again, as we slide to the north, here we go, folks. It's really starting to get active here. New severe thunderstorm warning issued. Chelsea just told you about it. It's right in here. From Dyersburg down through Osceola, Wilson, Arkansas, Joyner, just to the north of Munford. Let's take a look at the velocity products to see if there is any twisting wind. I don't see any right now, but it is once these things start to turn and spin, that's when we're going to have the tornado threat. That's going to be going up soon. I thought there would be a watch issued by now from the Storm Prediction Center. That has not been issued, but that could happen at any second. So just be aware of that there could be a tornado watch issued at any moment, and be ready for that because almost assuredly there will be one coming out shortly. So this is the situation right now. There are two active severe thunderstorm warnings. The first one is here in Crittenden County, Cross County, and part of St. Francis County around Forest City. That's warning number one. That one goes until 12:30. Also, as we slide to the north, here's a new thunderstorm warning that has been issued for part of Tipton County. Let me slide this down so you can see. Chelsea, is that one moving northeast at 55 also?
It does have northeast. It says winds up to 60 miles per hour. So
okay.
It's the exact same, both moving pretty quickly.
Okay. All right. So that's what we'll do is we'll track this one now as it moves to the northeast at about 55 miles per hour, and we'll show you the towns and paths involved in this track right here. So this is severe thunderstorm warning number 2. Dyersburg at 12:54, Friendship at 12:56, New Bern at 1:03, Dyer at 1:14, and Trenton, also Trenton, Tennessee, that is, at 1:14. These are your times to get ready for this severe thunderstorm that is headed your way. Like I said, we're going to start getting reports of trees that will be coming down. The soils are so saturated. It's not going to take much wind, and we've got a wind advisory out for the entire area. So even if your county or town is not under a warning today, that doesn't mean that you can't lose power. I suspect most of us, by the time all is said and done, will be under some type of warning. So this is just the beginning of the event right now. I can also put a squall track on here for you, as that entire thing lifts to the northeast at about 55 miles per hour. Here's another track for you. Helena, West Helena at 12:25. Marion, Arkansas, you guys right before 12:30. These updating to the second now as the storm moved. West Memphis at 12:32. Southland Park, we've been talking about you 12:30. Right now we are talking about not twisting winds, but fast winds. So we don't see a tornado threat right now, but that could develop quickly this afternoon. And Atoka, our friends in Atoka and fans of Atoka on Facebook, 12:36, Brighton at 12:36, Tunica at 12:38. Chelsea.
SBC did just issue a tornado watch until 2 o'clock, so that did just come in. I'll get it pulled up for you.
Okay, so there we go. Storm Prediction Center has now issued a tornado watch. And we knew that was coming. We knew that would happen. And we also know that the threats will be picking up as the day goes along as far as a threat for a tornado. Right now, I don't see a tornado threat in these cells, but I'm telling you folks, that can develop rapidly. I'm already seeing somewhat of a hook there. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Hooks are generally, here's one right here. That's a hook echo. It's a weak one. But there is also another one maybe trying to form down there. Not yet, but soon are we going to see these winds start twisting. I'm not seeing that right now. All green. Green means the winds are moving toward the radar. Red means they are moving away from the radar. And when we see those twisting winds in a very small area, that's when we get concerned. But I'm also concerned here with the wind speeds. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. We can put a pixel query on these wind speeds, and you can see how fast they are, in fact, moving. So let's do just that. Let's see how fast these winds are going. 55 miles per hour. I'm telling you, folks, this is a severe thunderstorm. This is not a joke. We're not here to scare you and alarm you unnecessarily. We don't do that. That is not what we stand for at this television station. But what we do stand for is to help you get through severe weather and protect you and your family and keep you safe. That's why we're on the air. This is an outbreak type situation, especially since we saw the sun. Chelsea.
If you just want to have them switch to Weather 2, then you'll be able to see the newly issued, there you go,
okay,
tornado watch that does include the majority of the Mid-South.
Yeah, it does. It includes, I'm curious, Dyer County is not in that, nor is Mississippi County, but this watch goes until 8 o'clock tonight, and we knew that was coming. Now, I'll say this, the threats are going to end from west to east, so if you live in East Arkansas, your threat is not going to go all the way up to 8 o'clock. What the National Weather Service will do when they see that the threat has diminished and gone down, for areas, they will scale back the counties, and that's when we can say you're in the clear. But nobody right now, I would say, is in the clear yet. And that watch is going to go until 8 o'clock, and actually, I think that's well timed by the Storm Prediction Center. I think that's when we will have our last threats going on in northeast Mississippi, and this could actually be some of the worst weather in the country today across the Mid-South. Let's go back to our other source, yeah, thank you. And we'll go back to the radar here and see what's going on. Very gusty winds now from Turl down through Earl, down through Wynn, Caldwell, and Forest City. Possible severe thunderstorm wind gust of 55 to 60 miles per hour. I know that's going on in the clouds. The jet stream is so strong today you've got 60, 70 mile an hour winds a couple of thousand feet up. And at some point, those winds are going to translate down to the surface. And when that happens, that's when we're going to start to see trees falling. And another thing of concern that I saw earlier was sunshine in North Mississippi. I saw it around the Oxford area earlier. We saw sunshine here. My sister, who is in Starkville, Mississippi, which is down here, texted me. Oh, I got a little crazy there with that telestrating. My sister, who is in Starkville, Mississippi, which is just south of the area, said it was sunny when she woke up. That is bad on a day like today. When all these wind dynamics are in place, you get sunshine. That's when you get a tornado outbreak type situation. Yeah, go ahead.
You have a new severe thunderstorm warning. This one for Crittenden, Cross, Mississippi, St. Francis County, Arkansas, until 1 p.m. So actually go back to the first source so he can see that's what the overlapping is. So they're starting to overlap because they're becoming embedded in this line.
Okay, so here is what I'm zooming into is the brand new severe thunderstorm warning that Chelsea was just talking about. Folks, there's going to be a lot of information on your television screen today, and we're going to try to make it as simple as possible for you. But it's this area here that is Osceola, Blytheville, and you're going to have some gusty winds along and maybe in the line itself. So let's track that out. Did you say that one was moving also at 55?
It does not say.
Okay.
It still says winds up to 60, so yes. Okay. So northeast 55.
All right, so we'll go ahead and track that out. 55 miles per hour. They're moving so fast. That's why we came on the air when we did. So with this, we've got now 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. And with this one that was just issued, these are the towns that are in the path of that one. Ripley at 1255, Fort Deer at 105, Gates at 106, Murray City at 116. Dyersburg, you are in the path of this, and that is going to be coming through your area at 117, Friendship at 118, and Alamo, Tennessee at 122. So here we go. We're ramping it up. The atmosphere is agitated, and it is only going to get worse as it moves east because, like I said, there is more energy in North Mississippi and parts of West Tennessee than there is in East Arkansas. That's why we believe that these cells are going to intensify as they move east. They're going to intensify, and they're also going, once we get probably in the next hour or so, as when the tornado threat is going to pick up, if not sooner. That could happen sooner. Let me show you what's going on right now in the Memphis metro area. Let's bring you up to speed. If you're just joining us, there are cells that are forming south of South Haven. This one is going to be moving northeast. So let me track this out. Now, this is not well, it is a thunderstorm now, but this is going to be moving to the east-northeast at about 55. And so if this cell strengthens, these are the areas that it will be affecting. Horn Lake at 1247. The Lander Center at 1248, South Haven at 1250. Now, I'm not tracking a severe thunderstorm right here, but I am tracking a storm that is trying to fire out ahead of the main line. Clark Tower at 103, Germantown High at 106, and Germantown CBHS High School. The Micro Soccer Complex, if you know where that is, a lot of people do. It's near Shelby Drive. Big, huge soccer complex they built several years ago. I would imagine there's no soccer today. I would certainly hope not, because a threat is headed your way. So those are the towns right here with that non-severe thunderstorm. But I'm doing that because I want to give everybody a heads up in the Memphis metro area that these storms are going to be moving across the river in the not too distant future. As a matter of fact, they already are up in the northern counties. In our northern counties, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. Let me zoom in to some of the heaviest right here. Near Osceola, you're under a warning. Let's check out these wind speeds. Haven't done that, I don't believe, with this particular storm yet. And you've probably got wind speeds, well, those are going to be, actually, those wind speeds right now aren't as high as the ones in East Arkansas, but they will be. I think that's what the Weather Service is doing. They are getting out ahead of the storm, which is a great thing to do in a situation like this, because it's better to have lead time on a day like today when you know it's coming than to wait and issue the warnings later. It's better to give people a heads up on a day when you know there's going to be some type of severe weather out there. And actually, I know I'm showing you a lot of information here. I'm switching back and forth, but this is just the actual radar right now. And all the flashing boxes, and they can be hard to see with all that radar data. So we're gonna try to keep it as simple as possible for you, but we also have to look at the velocity products and see what's going on. Right now, I don't see any rotation occurring. It's all green. That's good. That means the winds are coming toward the radar, and it means that there are no winds in here that are going away from the radar. That's when you start to get concerned. When you see those bright greens up against the bright reds, that's when you know things are beginning to rotate. Also, our tornado indicator, the last time I saw was below a 3. That'll be going up. Once it gets to a 4 or 5, you really got to have a heads up. I wouldn't be surprised today if it goes up to a 6 or 7, maybe an 8. I sure pray it doesn't. But with that sunshine in North Mississippi, I am concerned, folks. I am really concerned that we could have an outbreak, and we have reporters in Mississippi as well. So we're going to make sure they stay safe. They're going to be bringing us information. We have crews dispatched all over the Mid-South. We've been planning on this severe weather event for days. We saw it coming days ago, and our team has put a plan in place to get ready for this. So we have got you covered through this event, and we are going to bring you any new information that we have, any storm reports. Our weather team is going to be here tracking storms. As long as there is severe weather, we're going to be here for you. That's what we do. And right now we have 3 active severe thunderstorm warnings. Chelsea.
This is just a note from the National Weather Service that the storm that's in Mississippi County that's moving into Lauderdale County is producing really strong winds with that sharp line from the line as it moves through. It also is, they're also seeing it in the Crittenden and St. Francis counties. They also are seeing strong winds within the heavy rain. So just giving you an update of what the information that they're sending our way.
That is excellent information. I'm also seeing a radar signature right here that has a lot of red in it. That's showing us that maybe that storm is strengthening right here in between Clarkdale and Jeanette. And that Marion, the worst of that may go just north of you, but these are the areas that are going to be in the path of that cell here as I zoom in a little bit closer. You can see these towns, Island 40, Clarkdale, Jericho. That's a pretty strong signature, folks. Let's see what we've got with the wind speeds on this one right now. Now, it depends on exactly what level of the atmosphere you're looking at these winds in, but earlier we saw them up to 60 miles per hour. So let me get that out of the way. That's just letting you know that the severe thunderstorm warning is active, and like you can see there, until 1 o'clock. So that actual warning is in effect until 1 o'clock. We have 3 active warnings. There we go. None of these are tornado warnings right now. These are all severe thunderstorm warnings, but this system is really going to be ramping up, folks, in the not-too-distant future. There we go. I was trying to get that off. So let's go back to an overview, kind of tell you what's going on. 3 active severe thunderstorm warnings. Here's the first one right here. There's another one right in here, and there's another one just north of that. That's the third one. I know it can be hard to see sometimes. Let me also bring you up to speed if you're just joining us for the Memphis metro area, because these storms are now starting to get close to the Memphis metro area. In fact, some of them are already pushing in as we speak. This one had some lightning earlier near South Haven. That is just to the southwest of Memphis International Airport. That's another thing to point out. If you have flights in the next couple of 3 hours, you are probably going to run into delays, flights coming in and flights leaving. So there will likely be delays at Memphis International Airport because of gusty winds and the possibility, folks, for tornadoes. And keep in mind, when the pilots are flying in the sky, the winds are a lot stronger up in the sky than they are down at the surface. So just want to give you a heads up. I don't have any information on that. I'm just guessing and I'm estimating, and that's just probably what's going to happen. I mean, it's pretty simple with winds that are getting that high. Good news is lightning counter right now at 20, but you don't have to have a lot of lightning in a situation like this. I think that number will be going up as we get into the afternoon because the atmosphere is more unstable in North Mississippi, and it's not raining there right now. They're getting a break. You guys had all this rain for days and days. Now you're getting a break. Now the atmosphere is having a chance to recover from all that rain. And with the sunshine that occurred earlier today in parts of North Mississippi, that is allowing energy to build. And I'm really concerned about North Mississippi today. That's where all the wind dynamics are lining up and the sunshine. And last night, that area upgraded to a moderate risk. So you got to stay with us, folks. This is a serious situation. We do now have some lightning with that cell just west of South Haven. This severe thunderstorm warning, I believe that one was supposed to expire at 12:30.
One did expire at 12:30, but that was the second one that was issued until 1 o'clock.
Okay, all right. So so it's the fourth warning of the day. We're going to have a lot. So we'll try to keep it simple for you. But this active severe thunderstorm warning in eastern Arkansas, there's a new one, and almost definitely one will be issued for Shelby County, severe thunderstorm warning. I would be surprised if it's not. So far, we don't have any reports of damage, just to let our crew know, because we've got crews in place, but right now we don't have any reports of damage. But those are going to start coming in as the day goes along. Now, I will say one thing. I have seen situations before where the atmosphere has almost been oversheared and not a lot happens. That would be the best case scenario. I don't see that happening with this one, but I certainly hope it does, where things are just oversheared that they can't organize. I've seen that happen before, but it doesn't happen often. We're going to act like that is not going to happen today. I hope it does. I would really be happy if that does, but I don't think that's going to happen. So here's the deal. Storms are getting close to the Mississippi River. Right now we have a tornado watch that is in effect for almost all of the area until 8 o'clock. We have a watch. We have severe thunderstorm warnings that are active right now. What is the difference in a tornado watch and a warning? A watch just simply means that conditions are favorable for tornadoes to develop until the end of the watch, which is 8 o'clock tonight. A tornado warning means that one has been spotted or the radar is detecting a tornado that is moving toward your area if you're under that warned area. That's what the difference is between a tornado watch and a tornado warning. Because a lot of people ask me that, and so I just wanted to make that clear. But these warnings will be moving, extending east, and we'll be interested to see what happens with this cell right here that is in southwest Shelby County right now. We'll see what happens with that because it does have some lightning with it right now. This is developing just ahead of the main line, and let's see what the wind speeds are with this one because we can do that. Now, they are close to the radar. I don't believe these are translating all the way down to the surface yet. 65 miles per hour. This is probably several thousand feet up in the sky. Yeah, I don't think that's hitting the surface just yet. But you see what's going to happen. We already have winds up in the sky, I don't know, a couple thousand, maybe 3,000 feet up, something like that, maybe higher, right now. At some point, those will come down to ground level, and that's when the damage is going to start. So we're already seeing these wind speeds that are incredibly high. And keep in mind, folks, it's February. I mean, it is still February after all. It's not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be 58 for a high with 38 for a low. We're going to be in the 70s today. I think the record high is 79, so we probably aren't going to hit that. But it's warm. It's way too warm. A warm front came through last night. Oh, wow, okay. So Chelsea just said that the dew points are in the upper 60s. Folks, for late February, that's very high. That's really, that's like a summertime air mass, an early summer air mass when you get upper 60s to around 70. If a 70-degree dew point in February is bad. Without going into a lot of technical stuff, it's a measure of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. The dew point is, and when you have a lot of moisture to work with, that's very unstable. So that is not a good sign either. You've got dew points that are near 70 in a few places.
We have a new flash flood warning.
Okay, new flash flood warning.
On the second
go to the other
computer,
source, yeah.
You can see it. It's on Crittenden, Lee, and St. Francis, so they're starting to overlap. This one is in effect until 3:45. The original one a little bit further north that includes Mississippi County, that one until, I believe, 2:30. So, again, this is just going to continue as more and more rain continues to fall with this strong line. So I'm continuing to put out all this information on Twitter as well so that people can get that. So just wanted you to know that that had just been issued.
It's great stuff. Because that's another part of the threat today, folks, is flash flooding. That's why I said this last night. It's just best to stay inside today. I know that's tough to say to a lot of people on a Saturday, but that's the wisest thing to do, especially if you are going to be out over the next couple of hours. Now, there is a big concert downtown tonight, the KISS concert. A lot of people have been asking me about that, FedEx Forum. The threat is probably going to be over by then. I will tell you, I don't know how travel is going to be from where you live to downtown because there could be trees down. But power outages, as Chelsea was saying, and I'm starting to hear the heavy rains here at the television station. So yeah, and I see a new skit that has popped up here. So let's see what that's all about. These skits are basically storm trap. Oh, here we go. Tornado indicator up to a 4.1. I told you it was at a 2.8 earlier. I told you it would be going up almost assuredly, and it is, folks. Our tornado indicator, which is a measure of the threat of a tornado, the scale goes from 0 to 10. 0 being the lowest threat, 10 being the highest. It's at a 4.1. Earlier, it was at a 2.8. We are going to see this number right here, our tornado indicator, go up. And it is right now at a 4.1. When it starts to get up over a 4 is when, hey, we really start to pay close attention. Gets over a 5, you probably have a tornado. Gets up to a 6 and 7, almost assuredly there is a tornado. I've even seen it go as high as 8 or 9. I'm not saying that will happen today, but it could. But right now, I want to make sure too that we've got the shear markers on. I believe I turned those on. But shear markers will be another indicator of rotation. We have these shear markers and they'll pop up. We actually have, with our new technology, okay, let me step off the screen just for a second so we can turn those. All right, thank you. So we have turned the shear markers on now, and those are the, you'll see them pop up. They're the spinning circles. That gives us an indication of rotation. So far, we don't have any shear markers. And here's another thing. Even if the winds aren't twisting and turning, there's so much speed at different levels of the atmosphere, different speeds, that's called speed shear. That in and of itself can be very problematic. So even though we don't have anything right now rotating, it could happen quickly. And there is a lot of lightning now in these cells around Dyersburg and Ripley. And now we have some of these cells moving into downtown Memphis, getting close to Memphis International Airport. This one right here, as a matter of fact. Thankfully, it is not strengthened rapidly, but it's something to watch. It's out ahead of this main line. So it's something to watch for sure as that cell gets close to Memphis International Airport. We'll see what happens with that. And, I mean, we're really starting to get active, folks. There's a lot going on, and it's going to get worse. Another thing, I'm not seeing a lot of activity in North Mississippi. It's good and it's not good. It's good in the sense that you don't have any storms right now and the rain has finally stopped, but it's bad in the sense that the atmosphere is building its energy and it's getting going. That's where the highest risk is today. What I don't want, here's when I'm really going to become concerned. If we have a storm pop up in this area and you see lightning out ahead of this main line, look out. That's when you can have what is called a discrete supercell that could put down a long track, strong tornado. We do not have that right now. For our folks, our crews listening in, the main threat right now is flooding in eastern Arkansas, but this line is steadily pushing toward the Memphis area. In fact, we already have a thunderstorm just west of Memphis International Airport, but at the moment, it is not severe. The winds are fast. I haven't checked them at the surface lately, but I know up in the sky, they're about 60 to 70 miles per hour. At some point, those winds have to come down to the ground. I don't know exactly where that will happen. The most likely place is North Mississippi, but hey, keep in mind, if we have a wind gust of over 30 in Memphis or Shelby County, folks, that could bring down trees, which is going to take out power. We saw in Mississippi yesterday winds of less than 20 miles per hour that brought down trees because the ground is so saturated. Also, in our booth, we have storm chasers out there. If you guys...
I have them up.
We got them up? Okay, cool. So we've got storm chasers. We've got a network of storm chasers out there that are on this, and if anything develops, we will be taking their streams live and actually showing you what's going on out there. Yeah, go ahead.
I would say I would take a look at the shear product.
Okay.
As this is making its way across 51. It's starting to get pretty gusty as it's making its way towards Covington. So I would just say that's something to look at.
I think that's a great idea. Excellent idea, Chelsea. As a matter of fact, this shear, which is something else to watch, when it starts to get bright like that, that bright green, that's when you know winds are starting to maybe turn and twist. Now, even if they aren't yet, this could be speed shear loft. So that could be something to watch out for. But yes, this is a product that we will be using a lot throughout the afternoon. The shear rate, and those colors are getting brighter, and getting brighter means getting stronger. So that, in fact, that may be one of the more impressive signatures that I've seen today, that bright. We saw a little bit overnight, but things were so stable that they just did not develop, thankfully. So we'll be watching the shear rate throughout the day. We've got a lot of products here. Right now, there is no active warning for Memphis or Shelby County, but there is an active tornado watch. And that tornado watch covers almost the entire area. Not the entire area, but almost until 8 o'clock tonight. So the threat is not going to be over until 8. Now, the threats will begin to come to an end in East Arkansas, maybe over the next couple of hours. You guys, Wynn and Truman, it's possible you guys have seen the worst of this, but I'm not ready to say that yet, but it is a possibility. And these storms here are severe right now. National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Crittenden County. This is the second warning now for Crittenden County as these cells move to the northeast at about 55 miles per hour. So they are moving fast. That's another part of the problem. These cells here moving at 55 miles per hour. Here's a track. This is a brand new track for you. West Memphis, basically in 5 minutes. Southland Park at 12:58. Mud Island headed your way at 1:03. The heart of the city of Memphis at 1:04. Bartlett at about 1:15. So we're talking, 25 minutes or so. Millington at 1:19. The Wolf Chase Mall at 1:20. Lakeland at 1:24. Munford at 1:28. And Atoka your way at 1:29. Chelsea.
Just to speak to the strength of these winds that are coming in with this system, we're just starting to see the rain and hearing the thunder making its way into Memphis. This extreme line hasn't gotten here yet, and we're already getting gusts reported at 35 miles an hour and above in the Memphis area. And again, we've been telling you how saturated, you know how much rain we've seen, and so this is about to start becoming a concern because we know what happens when we unfortunately get these types of winds. I can't say it enough as far as making sure that you are powered up. I'm looking at our MLGW outage map right now. I don't know that you have it in the booth, but I can tell you that over 1,000 people in Memphis, South Memphis, already out of power because of this line that's starting to make its way in. So make sure that you are charged up. Again, make sure that you already have a plan in place because it is likely that we're about to start to see some trees coming down. We've already seen it. We're already seeing, again, these winds picking up, and these are just ahead of the line. The line itself is producing winds that are closer to 60 miles per hour and above. So even if we don't see a severe thunderstorm warning in your area, the winds are strong enough at this point that they could certainly begin to cause those problems. So we're going to get the information as far as power outages in Arkansas, but I can speak to at least the Memphis metro right now, especially from the Cooper Young area making its way towards South Memphis along 55 and 51. We do have close to 1,000 that are without power. So we are seeing some areas within this storm, heavy rain. We are also seeing rates of 4 inches per hour. Thankfully, it's not lasting more than about 10 minutes. So that's why we also are seeing that concern with the flash flooding. So certainly want you to be prepared, especially if you live in some of our eastern counties. We do have enough time that you can plan accordingly to make sure that you are ready. Again, charge your stuff up because if this is any indication and the line hasn't even really gotten here yet, we're about to see some trouble.
Yeah, wow, 34 miles per hour already, folks.
And we just had a significant weather advisory, so they're keeping an eye right now on the cell as it crosses over Shelby, Tipton, Mississippi, and Crittenden County in Arkansas. So it's likely that we're about to see an issue for Shelby.
There you go. I mean, we are. Yeah, she's exactly right. We're about to have a warning for Shelby County. You just saw the map Chelsea was showing you. Winds of 34 miles per hour, folks. So, and you said there were some power outages?
Over 1,000 in the Memphis metro already, just close to the Cooper Young area through South Memphis, making its way not quite to the airport, but that whole area. I don't know if the production booth can get the MLGW power outage map ready because we will be needing that throughout the day. But we do have just over 1,000 that are currently, there you go, currently without power. You see that orange area? That's where the biggest concern is. Some of these actually, I will say, some of those further to the east were already out before the system started moving through. But the orange and the yellow that you're seeing, everything on the western side of the map, just happened.
Okay. Sorry for interrupting you while you were taking a sip of water, too.
That's okay.
All right, so here we go. Outages. She showed that, and we'll be going back to that map, but that is the latest track right there. And so, folks, the threat is real here now in Shelby County. As this line starts to push east, Memphis and Shelby County, and likely DeSoto County and Tipton County, which parts of Tipton County have already been under a warning, but are going to go under a severe thunderstorm warning, most likely. Let me do this again. Check on the winds. I still don't see any rotation, so that's good, but let me just give you...
The Dyer, Lauderdale, Tipton, Mississippi County severe thunderstorm to expire a little bit early.
Oh, that's great news. That's really good to hear. Hopefully there will not be a tornado threat up there. Now, look, I'm putting these wind speeds on for you, 60 miles per hour. Right now, these likely are not at ground level. These are probably several thousand feet up in the atmosphere. But at some point, they will come down. The question is exactly where. Like I said, the greatest threat today is going to be in northeast Mississippi. Let's put the radar back on for you here, and let's zoom down into street level. I'm zooming right now near Memphis International Airport. Here's Nankana. There's the airport right there. So we're talking the Whitehaven area. You guys are going to be under the gun here in the next probably 15 to 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes with these cells here. So this is the Whitehaven area. Right here is Memphis International Airport. The University of Memphis, it is starting to rain there, it looks like. If it's not, it's about to. Here is the Binghamton area right here, which is just north of Chickasaw Gardens. East High School is going to be right in here, so along Poplar Avenue and near East High School, Chickasaw Gardens, also Central Avenue. You guys know where I'm talking about if you live near there. That's why I'm giving you a heads up. So Binghamton, Midtown Memphis, the Medical District, everybody in Shelby County will be affected by this storm. And it's not just Shelby County, folks. It's DeSoto County, it's Tunica County, almost all of our counties in Arkansas. Chelsea did give us the first good news of the day that one warning had expired early, but I'll tell you another, some more good news as I'm thinking about it. So far, we don't have any wind damage reports out of Arkansas. Small hail reports, okay, that we're getting right now. So we have the small hail reports, but we're not getting any reports of wind damage in Arkansas. Not overly shocked at that because, first of all, this started coming through early in the day, and there were clouds and rain that kept the atmosphere relatively stable. Now, as this line pushes east, it is going to move into a more favorable environment for storm strengthening, and especially across North Mississippi. I keep talking about that. This is exactly where the moderate risk is basically centered, and it's not raining there right now. And there were reports of sunshine. That's the bullseye, guys. That is the bullseye right there today. And like I said, we'll be with you here all day as long as there's a threat, and obviously our newscast tonight too, if they're not covered up with weather, which is possible. So there's a situation. Why are we on the air? Because we are under, today is what we consider a day you need to be alerted to, a weather alert day. So you need to know that there is a threat That's why we've been on the air for an hour now, because we saw the threat developing. National Weather Service issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Crittenden County first. I believe we have had 4 separate warnings, and it is just now making its way into the Memphis area, and there will be power outages, folks. You can watch us online. I believe we're streaming on localmemphis.com. Thank you. If your power goes out, you can watch us online, localmemphis.com, and we'll walk you through it. That's why we say charge up your laptops and your phones and all that good stuff, because if you lose power, you can watch us. Okay, let's take it. We got flood video from Byhalia. Any kind of good video that you guys see in the booth, take it. All right, here we go. Flood video from Byhalia, Mississippi. You see how fast that water is going, folks? And if that water starts to go up and over the street, you better turn around. You know what? It's a cliche. I don't mind saying it over and over. Turn around, don't drown. We do want to see your pictures. Send them to share it at localmemphis.com. Share it at localmemphis.com. We never want you to compromise your safety. You can also hit us up on Local Memphis on Facebook and on Twitter. You can tweet us at Local Memphis for any storm reports that you have. Very helpful for us to convey messages to everybody when somebody has a storm report. It's very helpful because we're inside, we're here in the studio, and sometimes we don't have the eyes that you have. You're out there seeing it real time. So any storm reports are very helpful. Chelsea.
Take the MLGW map, because again, just to show the power of this system, again, it's just starting to move through, and now we've doubled. We're close to 2,000 without power, and you can see how it's making, actually refresh that map because that's the old map. You can see where it's just passing through downtown Memphis.
Yep.
You can see as it continues to track east, you're going to start seeing this light up.
Okay. So the power outages have doubled since the last time we reported that to you, which was hadn't
Just
been that
a few minutes ago.
I mean, a few minutes ago. So that number is going to go up. There are 12 separate outages right now. At customers affected, almost 2,000. Now, that means more people than that, because I mean, you know, a house or a business. Several people in it, so affecting more people than just that. But you see how that number spiked. The winds are coming through. Chelsea showed you that map. Let's go back to the radar. We'll go back to that, though. Let's go back to the radar. Chelsea showed you that a few minutes ago, the wind speeds. Winds are already gusting over 35 miles per hour, and that's without a storm rolling through. Well, the storm's rolling through now, but some of those wind gusts were without a storm. So now we've got this coming through. The only good thing about this right now is that we don't have rotation. Let me double check that before I say it. But no, we don't have any rotation right now. That would be good for Memphis for the tornado threat. But a lot of people are going to be without power. And as the Weather Service said yesterday in their discussion, you may be without power for, there are going to be prolonged power outages that last up to days in a few places. So if you still have power and you're listening to me right now, think about what you're going to do if you lose power, because they're only going to go up, as Chelsea said. Right now, there is no active severe thunderstorm warning for Memphis and Shelby County. There is an active tornado watch. That doesn't mean that one has been spotted or seen. It just means that conditions are favorable for the development of tornadoes from now all the way up until 8 o'clock. Now, the threat will end from west to east, but there is going to be a threat, like I keep saying, North Mississippi. I am going to step off the screen for a minute because there was something I was looking at earlier. I'll be right back over there, guys. Just keep it where it is. I wanted to look at the high-res visible imagery. And so at some point we'll get that up there because I do want to see what's going on with the satellite. As a matter of fact, I could do that right now. I just want to see if we are seeing sunshine. So let's go to visible imagery. All right, it's not popping up right now, but it will. You can check out some of those reports from the observations, Chelsea, at the top of the hour, 1 o'clock. We'll see if there's any sunshine. We'll go back to the radar here. The good news is things are not rotating, not yet anyway, but they will be. things will start to rotate in probably North Mississippi as the afternoon goes along. Another good thing, there's not a lot of lightning with this right now. And to alert our crew, we haven't had any reports of wind damage. Chelsea had a report of some small hail in East Arkansas, but no wind damage reports. Not yet, anyway. Those will probably be going up. Also, another thing I have not seen in a while is our automated storm tracks that kick off as storms get to a certain point where they have really high winds. Our technology can detect that, and so I'm not seeing any of those what we call skits at the moment. But this line is now affecting downtown Memphis. It is also affecting Crittenden County, West Memphis, downtown being affected right now with heavy rain, gusty winds. We're already seeing a couple thousand people without power, if not more. But there is downtown Memphis right now. As this line crosses, there is not a lot of lightning with this particular cell right here. And as far as the warnings go, let me go back to that. We still have active severe thunderstorm warnings. There's a positive lightning strike. Those are stronger than the negative strike, so that's something to have a heads up about. But at the moment, we haven't had any reports of wind damage. That is the good news. But Memphis and Shelby County, already seeing power outages. We've talked about that, and there is going to be more. Let's check out some of these wind speeds, and then we'll put a track on this. But you can see some of these wind speeds are going to be as high as 40 miles per hour. You see a 65 mile per hour wind gust there. Let's go to weather too. Oh, beautiful. Let's take that. Oh, yeah. All right, this is not good. No. Sunshine east of Oxford. Sunshine around Water Valley, sunshine south of Boonville, a pocket of sun west of Clarksdale. Energy is building in North Mississippi. You have to listen to me if you live in North Mississippi. You guys, if you live in a mobile home, you still have time to get to a sturdy structure because it's going to be a couple of hours before it affects you. If you live in a mobile home, try to get to a sturdy structure. Anywhere you can go. I don't know, even if it's at a hotel that's close by. You have some time to do that. But I'm concerned because I'm seeing this sunshine, and later today these winds are going to be maximized right over you. And there very well could be a strong tornado that develops. Now, it's not a 100% chance. Okay. Brad Broders is out. And Brad, tell me exactly where you are right now and what type of weather conditions you're seeing.
Yeah, John, I am on Hubbard Road in Holly Springs, Marshall County, Mississippi. I'm going to take a step away. We are on Hubbard Road right now, and you see this body of water. This is Spring Creek. Problem with Spring Creek, there's been so much water. It's a tributary into the Tipper River, the Tallahatchie River, and the Sardis River. So this is a dead-end road. At 4:30 this morning, Spring Creek just overwhelmed this road, Hubbard Road. It gave way. As you can see, very dramatic construction work right now, because here's the problem. On the other side of this road, Hubbard Road, there are 8 homes and 8 families which live here. Right now, they cannot cross this road because it's impassable right now. So what's happening right now is Marshall County Roads and Bridges crews, they're here. They're going to do some temporary beams across this stretch of Spring Creek so drivers can go across to and from. And then once this weather system clears in the next day or so, the Roads and Bridges crews will have a more permanent solution. But right now, they're just trying to get a temporary solution so people can have beams to safely drive over. Because right now, you can see this road is impassable right now. Now, I just spoke with a member of the Marshall County Roads and Bridges Department. He's hopeful that this temporary bridge solution can be completed by about 4 or 5 this afternoon. But again, 8 families live on the other side of this road, so that's obviously a major issue. They can't drive over right now. They really can't even walk over right now. Very dangerous conditions. And John, I'm going to step back in the camera right now. you were just mentioning, I heard you talking about the sun. It's sunny right now. It's warm, not obviously a good potential temperature for volatile severe weather potential. So here in Holly Springs in Marshall County, it's very warm. I'm wearing my short sleeves comfortably. The sun really has come out a lot in the last 5 minutes or so to give you a sense of when the sun came out. It's hitting the side of my face right now to give you a sense of the sun conditions. So again, this road impassable right now. Happened about 4:30 this morning. Crews from Marshall County arrived about 7 or 8. They've been working nonstop since then to get this road clear for 8 families who cannot get across right now here on Hubbard Road. To give you a sense of where we are, we're just off of Highway 178. We're near Lake Center, Potts Camp. Driving down off of I-22 a short while ago, you could really see some of those river situations, drainage situations above the fence line. You can barely see the tops of the fences. So certainly Marshall County getting a lot of this flooding impact too. And Spring Creek right behind me, you can see it's a tributary into the Tipper River. And right now there's just too much creek into this tributary into this river, and it just too much water. This road just completely buckled, gave way about 4:30 this morning. Thankfully, crews should have a solution by the end of the afternoon. And John, the sun went away just for now, but I'm starting to feel the wind pick up a little bit too. So to give you kind of a sense of the situation. John, I'm going to toss it back up to you guys in Memphis.
Brad, listen, if you're listening to me, you can still hear me. I want you guys to be safe today because in a couple of hours, these storms are going to be headed toward you. So make sure safety first. Great stuff, great video. Please keep us updated on those sky conditions. Yeah, I saw it coming off your sleeve, the sunshine. That's not good. You got to be careful, guys. So Brad and crew, stay safe because the weather is going to be getting bad where you are, and we're not going to compromise your safety. So, you see what's going on in Mississippi, folks. There's flooding. There have been days of rain, not just yesterday, but the day before, and it's just kind of been building for a couple of weeks now, all this water. There is going to be more water to come. The good news is, okay, let's go to that. This is near Ole Miss Golf Course. Yep, not a day to be on that. That is a lot of water, folks. That is a lot of water. I remember this happened, Germantown Country Club, actually, several years ago, was flooded like that. It takes a while for water like that to recede, and those trees have been sitting in saturated soils for days, so it's not going to take much wind. Shelby County right now. Let's zoom. There's no active warning. Is there no active warnings? Yeah, reset it just to see, because we had 3 or 4 different active warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. Okay, let me step off the screen for a second so we can pop those on. No active warnings. All right, just flash flooding. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're not going to leave you because there is a threat in the Memphis area. So we're going to wait until this line passes just to make sure that a warning is not issued. So we're going to stay on here with you as long as there is a threat. If this does pass Shelby County without a warning, we may briefly pause if there are no active warnings, but I want you to know that we will be right back on the air if there are any tornado warnings issued, because there is an active tornado watch. But right now, no active severe thunderstorm warnings. That is excellent news. It's also excellent news that this thing is not developing rapidly in Shelby County. Only seeing a couple of strikes of lightning right now. We are seeing gusty winds over 35, 40 miles per hour. But right now, that's some good news that we're not seeing any warnings, but still some pretty high wind gusts. I mean, you saw it a moment ago if you've been watching our coverage. The wind gusts are out there and they're high, and I could show you some of these wind gusts, 60 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour. We've already seen power outages. Some of these 60 mile per hour wind gusts are not coming all the way down to the surface, but like I said, they will at some point. The question is where exactly that will occur is the million-dollar question at this point. I think it is most likely in our North Mississippi counties, but It has not occurred yet, but as you saw from Brad Broder's live shot there is sunshine out there. There are really good downpours ongoing in the Memphis metropolitan area. Thankfully, there hasn't been a ton of lightning, but the winds are gusty. And as we go back to an overview of the entire area, you can see this is the line right here that's trying to develop, move southward. I believe the actual cold front is probably just west of Forest City. We'll take a look at that in a second. But right now, no major rapid development. But here you go. These are going to be the problem spots: North Mississippi, into West Tennessee, Bolivar, Hardeman, McNairy County. You guys, Corinth, you're in the bullseye. Tippah and Benton County, you guys are going to be in there in a couple of hours. That's why we're saying if you live in North Mississippi or even these areas in West Tennessee as well, and you live in a mobile home, go ahead and go to a sturdy shelter. And I say that because you have time. And it's just best to be safe. I mean, that's what happened back in that Christmas outbreak. What was it, 2015, I think? It was December 23rd. I believe we had I know we had at least 10 deaths, and a lot of those were people living in mobile homes. So that's why I'm saying this. And actually, that's the bullseye area today. Marshall County, Holly Springs, Oxford, the moderate risk area is right in here, roughly. That's where the moderate risk is. So in a couple of hours, you are going to see development. We are going to see development. At least there's I would say a 90% chance. When we first came on the air, I've seen situations before where things are over-sheared. What does that mean? What means the winds are just going so fast that they kind of cancel each other out at different levels of the atmosphere. I've seen that happen before, and boy, would it be nice at the end of the day to be like things were over-sheared. But at the moment, we have no reason to believe that. One good piece of news, it's good and bad, all the rain that we had overnight last night in the metro area, it didn't help the flooding, but it did help the stabilization of the atmosphere. So the atmosphere remained relatively stable, but it is not across Mississippi. You just saw Brad Broder's live shot there where there was sunshine beaming down. And that's building energy as the front gets closer to North Mississippi. That's when we could see these discrete supercells develop. I hope we don't, obviously, but that is going to be a possibility. So a couple of strikes of lightning right now. These are negative strikes, by the way, and those are not as strong as the positive ones, without getting too technical here. And we're not seeing any rotation at the moment either. That's the good news. That's what I really didn't want to see, and we're not seeing that right now. Okay.
Covering Crockett, Fayette, Haywood, Lauderdale, Shelby, and Tipton. So a very large area until 2 o'clock.
Okay. Let me stop that right there. Significant weather advisory issued up here. Oh, no, not there. Let me go back to the home button, and we'll zoom back in and show you where that significant weather advisory was. We can go in here and investigate the area and see exactly what they're looking at. Let's take a look at the wind speeds. We can do that right now. With the velocity, still no rotation at the moment, but that could occur quickly. And if you're asking why we're on the air here, we are on the air because it is a very serious weather situation, potentially. We already have thousands of people without power in the metro area. We are under a tornado watch until 8 o'clock. And on a day where people's lives could be in jeopardy, that's what we do. We're here to, that's our number one job, is to help protect you and your families in times of severe weather. There are no active severe thunderstorm warnings right now, but there is a threat to Shelby County, and there are significant weather advisories, and there could be something pop at any point. And so we want to give you a heads up. I'm in no way comfortable going off the air, not right now anyway. This cell here, southwest of the airport, has developed a little bit more lightning than it had a couple of strikes earlier, but now it's got more. And then, as Chelsea mentioned, there is a significant weather advisory out Tell me the exact areas of that again.
It is for Crockett, Fayette, Haywood, Lauderdale, Shelby, and Tipton. So basically,
That's a big area.
all of West Tennessee, it seems like, is under.
Okay.
I think it's that cell that you can see it that's stretching from the northern side of the loop through Munford and Covington.
Okay. This
That's
is
a
what
big
she's
line.
talking about right here. It is a big area. That's basically what they're looking at. And let's just see if there's any rotation. I don't see any right now. That's good. No rotation, not at the moment anyway. That's good to see. What you don't want to see is these bright greens against these bright reds. Now, yeah, you're seeing it right there, but that's where the NEXRAD radar site is, so not concerned about that. Not at the moment anyway. Things can change quickly. So just because I say that doesn't mean let your guard down. But hey, this is good that things just haven't been exploding over the metro area. We initially came on the air when a severe thunderstorm warning was issued for Crittenden County. In fact, there were 2 warnings for Crittenden County, and then there were several severe thunderstorm warnings north of that area. So that's when we came on the, I believe it was right before 12 o'clock when we came on the air with that threat. Hey guys, can we pop that outage map back up and just see if we have any? I want to check on the number of power outages in the metro area. Memphis and Shep, how many? 1985. Okay, well that's good. Well, it's not good, but it hasn't gone up. That's what's good. Not good that there are over 2,000 people without power, but we saw that spike and double. It was at 1,000. It doubled to 2,000, but it really hasn't gone up since then. That's good news. It will be nice when this line clears Shelby, when this line actually clears Shelby County, if it can clear without any damage reports. So that would be really, really good news. I do think the weather threat is going to be worse in North Mississippi and parts of West Tennessee, where a moderate risk for severe weather has been, actually, we were covering overnight, and they issued that about, I don't know, midnight or something like that, the moderate risk. All right, let's go to weather 2, and we'll show you that moderate risk area. Switching over to the traffic computer guy source. There we go. All the areas in red are under a moderate risk. That includes Oxford, Marshall County, Panola County, Tippah and Benton County, Alcorn County, part of Fayette County, Hardeman and McNairy, Madison County, part of, well, no, all of Quitman County, just a sliver of, no, it's about half of Coahoma County. But, you know, I'll be honest with you, the exact colors where you live don't always match up 100%. But the bullseye, folks, is from Oxford to Corinth. That area later this afternoon, probably in a couple of hours. It'll be great if nothing develops over Shelby County with this cell that's moving through. That's the main line. I think if we can get over the next hour, if we can get those cells through Shelby County, the risk will be a lot lower. So that really is what we're waiting on to make sure that doesn't explode. It's very nice to see that there are power outages not going up. There have been well over 2,000 people in the metro area without power, but we did not see that number spike, which I feared. I really thought it would, and it still could, but so far it has not done that. But you see that moderate risk area, folks. The areas in red are under the greatest risk of severe weather today. Now, let me say this. On a scale of 1 to 5, those red areas are the areas that are under the gun, and that's a 4 on a scale of 1 to 5. So I tell you what we're going to do right now, and boy, this is great news. We are going to, with no immediate threats of any tornadoes or severe thunderstorm warnings. Yeah. Okay. All right, what we are going to do is go back to regular programming. Chelsea and I are here. If any warnings are issued, we'll be right back on the air. Be careful today, and I hope to not see you again, but we're going to go back to regular programming. I'm Chief Meteorologist John Bryant alongside meteorologist Chelsea Chandler. Back to programming.
For continuing coverage on this breaking news alert, log on to localmemphis.com, like Local Memphis on Facebook, and follow at Local Memphis on Twitter.